everything we've got done is by our power. They're giving us race swaps and mantles, and like it's just disrespectful. When people say Spider-Man is Spider-Man and Miles Morales is Miles Morales, I agree. You know why? Because I don't want his mantle. I don't want to be the other Spider-Man. I don't want woman to be the other Little Mermaid.
We've been in this conversation. Shit. We've been in this conversation for about half a year now. It's been building up, right? Every day we checking out Black comic creators. Every day we be checking out what's coming out from Hollywood. But on some real shit, it just seems like Black storytelling has been regressing into defeat the evil white man. Every single story, comic book, movie, TV show, novel, video game, like every single story that involves us, it's always predominantly around the evil white man as the antagonist, and we have to overcome him and defeat him. And that's all. It seems like that's all we have to offer for storytelling. It seems like it's the only thing that garners our attention into a story is fighting racism. How many comic books out there are you gonna fight the corrupt cop? You see a Black superhero, you automatically know, he's gonna fight a racist white cop, and it happens in the first issue, and that's the whole story. You know, like there's thousands and hundreds of these storytelling, and we made this conversation about like the X-Men last year. And about how why is always paying the ticket, the entryway into our stories? Why is it always this same aspect of our like that we just keep regurgitating over and over and over again, and we cannot have a plethora of storytelling. If you look at Godzilla -1, we bombed them. Americans bombed Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Godzilla -1 was not about defeat the evil white American. It was about overcoming their circumstances and the nuclear fallout and coming together as a country, right? And the monster was a metaphor for all of that. If we made Godzilla -1, it'd be about defeat the evil white man. You know, it's the same freaking thing every time, and I don't understand how we're so caged up in this. In this thing, man. I don't. It upsets me how we can't experience like joy, happiness, family. Like we just can't have human stories. It's always the same component every single fucking time. I don't get it.
Yeah. This is gonna be one of those. Vonell,
I don't get it, bro.
Vonell, I'm sorry, brother, but you up first.
Y'all trying to make me catch an attitude here. I see what's going on. I'm not gonna that was very passionate, but y'all trying to get something out of me. Because thing is one of the things that really gets me upset, man, is every time I see this thing, but I'll do this. What is the industry going to allow us to do? You know what I'm saying? What is the industry going to allow us to do? Like what are they going to allow to get through? You know what I mean? Because, you know, I've been out there. You know, people keep saying like, yo, look, you know, indie comic books, or especially Black indie comic books, they do one book and they done. Bro, I did over 20. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, it hasn't gone, you know, to the most viral status, like, you know, like Ripper and stuff like that, you know? So it's really what the industry would allow us to actually break through, you know. So but as far as what you're saying, is we locked in right now. Right now we have a brand. Black is being branded as pain, and we just can't simply get past that right now because of the industry. You know, like if you get in front of a pitch meeting and you pitch, you know what I'm saying, something that's not about slavery or not about the white, you know, trying to hurt the white man, like, yo, look, this is y'all, like, is this really y'all attack to the white man? Like, yo, we heard about this, so we gonna make a movie about it. Like, bro, chill. Like, excuse me, what else can we learn here? You know what I'm saying? It's not, that shouldn't be the thing that define us. But we locked down because they building a brand. They building, that's the only thing that we're gonna be known for. When people look at a black comic book, okay, what race thing that they talking about in this black book? You know?
So can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Right? The worst part about that is that when somebody who's outside of our culture decides to tackle that same kind of subject matter, they're not limited to that, right? So Jonathan Hickman can write the X-Men. Jonathan Hickman can write the X-Men and, you know, it be alluding to certain things, and the blurred community will christen this man as the second coming. For no reason. For no reason.
He can do Secret Wars, which is superheroes versus superheroes. But I can't do that. I gotta fight evil white cops every single time.
You got to. That's we're not putting you on Superman, bro. We're not putting you on, like, you keep asking us. We saw the emails, bro. We're not doing it. We saw the emails. And I mean, the part that bothers me about everything you just said there, Vonell, is the word allowed. Allowed. You're allowed to do this, or you're allowed to do that. That's the issue that I got there. And we're gonna get to some more. We're gonna get into more of that, you know, in about 10-15 minutes here. But keep cooking, brother. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom. I'm sorry. You good, man. It's so many stories that hasn't been told yet, that we can't just get to, because what's in front of us, what's stopping us, is again the slavery stories, the you know, the white cop gunning us down, just all that stuff, you know, like it's so many other stories, man. Like our whole style haven't been like touched on. You know, that's a whole market just waiting to be explored. Like, even, you know what I'm saying, Dwayne McDuffie, he touched on that joint, but of course, you know, RP. So he was just getting into it. Like, but who really, you know, you got Ronnie Barnes, like he's trying to, you know what I'm saying, get a little bit more into the bag, but right now it's not the standard. You know, our creativity is locked right now. Again, what the industry would allow, but I can't wait to finally be able to break through some type of way. I don't care if I have to work for another platform, man, but something's got to give, bro. The industry needs, I know it's gonna sound a little bad, but the industry needs less business and more creativity to grow, to become, you know what I'm saying, become that next Spider-Man, become that next Superman, that next Static. You know what I mean? And stop trying to become Static. Stop trying to become Superman. Like, bro, look, we did that. You know, that generation had that. Now, like that's like us trying to that's like us still trying to linger on, like they doing the X-Men animated series. Are they trying to do like a sequel to that? Like, bro, look, we enjoyed that time period. Now let's move on to the thing that's going, like, yo, look, we had just much fun with this particular series that we did with the X-Men, instead of trying to redo the X-Men for the 15th time. You know what I mean? Like, we're living in a bad era right now. Like, I feel like for creators, people keep saying like, yo, this is the best time for creators. You know, you can get out there so quick. You know, so much content being made. But bruh, like, this is one of the, I feel like, is a dangerous era right now for creators like me, at least, where it's like the only thing that can really get through is a remake. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like because people don't want to take risk anymore like that. Sure. You know what I mean? Like, especially since the industry is like taking major hits, because a lot of things is failing, especially what Disney's putting out. Especially what Disney's putting out, like, they're not trying to take, like, all right, look, we just had like 10 bombs. We done spent, you know, $100 million on each one of them. I can't take no risk with this unknown IP. That's how people, I feel like, feeling right now.
Right. Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones, bruh, don't get me started on that. Like, and the thing is, bro, it don't even take that much I feel like if they would just place a bet on something new, like people, I feel like people would it would be more admirable versus going the safe route. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like we're not here to make history anymore. We're here to just get the next cash grab. You know what I'm saying? Make the next investment. What's the next Bitcoin for the entertainment industry?
They don't have an answer to that, bro. And I think listen, keep cooking. I'm not cutting none of your wisdom, brother. Keep going, man.
You good, man. But yeah, that's just how I've been feeling lately as far as that stuff goes. But it's when people say that people are creatively bankrupt, everything has already been done before. Sure, but it's a lot of stuff that hasn't been tapped into yet. It's so much stuff, man. And as soon as people are able to, like, that's why our slogan is putting the story first. When they start putting the story first, you know what I'm saying? Where they trying to make history, it's there. But that's what I got to say mainly, for real.
You know, like Dion was saying, we've been talking about this for months, right? So like, I'll set the scene right now. Oh, okay. This is.
Hey, boy,
send an invite. Put in the chat.
So
This is dangerous.
Go ahead, Charles.
Were we in the chat when we saw that?
I got us.
That if trailer for the Krasinski movie. Remember I was talking about that in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Imaginary Friends, right? Completely original.
Yep.
Take on an Imaginary Friends.
Yep.
Did you see any black people in that trailer?
Nope.
There's no black people in the trailer.
Nope.
Are there people in the comments saying there's no black people in the trailer?
Nope.
No.
It's just a completely original concept. Why is it that I get online today?
This man pulled right up for the smoke.
And I pull up American Society
Magical Negro.
of Magical Negroes.
What?
Yeah, this is real. This is not. Oh, this isn't a joke. This is
a real film.
This is a real film.
Let me do something. Let me research.
Production. Focus. I'm not lying. Trust me. It's real.
We wish you were lying. Yeah.
I wish it was lying. I wish there was a twist. I wish there was something. There's a punchline for you, for why this would make sense. Something. Oh, it's gonna be satire. You know, they call him Tyrone. We're in our bag lately, right? We're killing it.
Yeah.
This is a movie about a secret society of magicians that make sure white people don't feel uncomfortable.
Insanity.
That's the premise.
Insanity.
This is Focus. Production house is Focus, by the way, behind the Concussion movie and shit. That's the production house. Like that's the movie. So there's no punchline. That's the movie. And then he falls off a Chinese girl, but the guy that he's supposed to make feel uncomfortable likes the girl, so he's trying to choose. I'm like, that got greenlit. Predominantly black cast. That got greenlit.
And made.
Made. Sorry. Oh, past greenlit. Made. Production. They're in marketing. So why are we taking part? So okay, great. Let's say the industry is like,
let's go.
Fuck this.
Let's go.
Shit where you're slaves and shit like that. Why are we taking part? Because we don't have to take part. That's what my problem is.
I agree.
If that's all they want, why are we taking part?
I agree. Hold on.
Because if you don't take part, the consumers will look elsewhere to get what they want, and then they'll have to bend.
Facts.
Why take part?
I agree with you 100%. If you're not invited to the party, why do you want to be there?
Why are you taking part? So now we got indie creators that aren't ever going to get to a pitch meeting, Vanel, making Black Superman and Black Spider-Man and Black Power Ranger and Black Man, Black
Ultra Black
in
man.
front of everything.
All right.
Who are they going to pitch that to? What's that for?
So hold up, Charles, you cooking right now, brother. You cooking, and I want to keep it there. No,
because I don't know how we became cheap so quickly.
We're waiting for Black X. We're waiting for Black Malcolm X Men. That's what we're waiting for.
Malcolm X got killed.
All right, what the hell?
He got shot. And then when he got shot, nothing happened. So what?
They're trying to reboot Malcolm X, so we're gonna have
Malcolm X got shot, Martin got shot, Hampton got shot, and everybody went about their business.
Rest in power to all them brothers. Rest in power to all three of them brothers.
So
rest in power.
Okay, those were the shepherds, but they're still sheep. That doesn't change the fact that they're not sheep.
All right.
Yeah.
So Orion. Hey, hold on,
man.
Hey, hold on. Big shout out to boycott activity on that graveyard.
Oh, what's happening, homie?
Big shout out to boycott
activity.
You are live on the Behind the Scene podcast wrap up of 2023. What's good, boycott?
All right, here we go.
I see you there too, cuz. I see you there, cuz. You know what I mean? We holding it down. We 3 hours in. We holding it down. Everybody's good, right?
Gravy.
Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with our story, and by that I mean the idea of the oppressed black man overcoming his oppressor, quote unquote. And we know this because that's the X-Men story, right?
Facts. Thank you.
The issue is white people like their black entertainment with a white face, and that's never going to change. When I first heard Adele, it's gonna sound like it doesn't matter, but when I first heard Adele, I said, yo, she could sing, but she's black, she's never gonna make it. Fast forward, I find out she's white, biggest star in the world, right?
Absolutely.
So when it comes, who's the best selling rapper of all time?
Eminem.
Who had the biggest selling album or the most sales in the 90s as far as like singles, albums, or whatever the case may be for one album?
Vanilla Ice.
Right?
Vanilla Ice. That's never going to change. They're going to give us crumbs, and what we don't notice is we got to sell something to get those crumbs too, because I'm always in comic book chat rooms, and the thing about comic book fans is they've gone from we need to get black comics mainstream to we need to get
Black
every underprivileged minority group mainstream. Like that's what's happened now, where the conversation has been taken over. My bad, I be getting hot about this.
No, you
so at the conversation,
everybody does, bro.
Boy, he got so hot he left.
Oh man!
But hey, he was just about to. He opened up some can of worms. Get that man back in here, dog.
I'm saying that's a big getting real hot out here, man. I'm shit
big
hotter
shout
than
out.
a redneck with a mixed grandbaby out here, for real.
Hey, listen.
I completely forgot about the whole we getting overshadowed right now. Anyways, we got knocked off the. You know what I'm saying? Off the stage a while ago.
Look, we done got sidetracked from wrapping up 2023, but all right, let's keep cooking, man.
Sure right.
Donovan, this live is 3 hours, brother. We keeping it going, or we starting a new one? What we doing?
We keeping it going, man. 3 hours.
Keeping it going. All right, cool. I mean, look, I got about another hour and a half. Fuck it, let's keep rolling.
Sure. I mean, this conversation gets everyone heat because
my man. All right, he back in here.
Boycott, he back in.
Yeah, I got him.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so my bad. I'm at work, so everybody's around. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it cool.
No, hey, listen. Hey, hold on, boycott. Hey, my bad. Not to cut your wisdom, brother. Big shout outs to you for pulling up while you trying to get to the bag, man. Big shout outs, bro. Go ahead.
Absolutely, man. Because so the thing is, I don't want to mention other YouTube channels, but there's this big black YouTube channel for nerds, right?
Black Comic Lords?
Nah, it's Blurred Without Fear.
Okay.
So Blurred Without Fear is very liberal. Like he's mad liberal. So I be agreeing with him on some things, but he just be like pushing. Shout out
to Blurred Without Fear.
He pushed so many different agendas, and you're not going to get anywhere like that. The reality of it is, have a successful black comic, it's really about us. That's it. The only people that's going to support it is us. Like, that's the reality. They may throw you a little, little hand here and there, whatever the case may be, but it's really about us. It's really about you live in Atlanta, you live in DC, you know, start a little comic book convention, hand out some flyers. They'll come to this comic book convention, check out these comics for your kids, whatever the case may be. Let's get it done. That's the only way. Think about it. Traditionally, that's the only way we've ever done anything. The Montgomery bus boycott, everything we've got done is by our power. They're giving us race swaps and, you know, like mantles and like it's just disrespectful. When people say Spider-Man is Spider-Man and Miles Morales is Miles Morales, I agree. You know why? Because I don't want his mantle. I don't want to be the other Spider-Man. I don't want woman to be the other Little Mermaid. I don't like that stuff. I won't accept hand-me-downs. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way we got to get it done. I'm waiting for an Adam Bashir film for so long that I said, listen, if y'all not gonna do it, I'm not supporting you no more. I don't buy no more Marvel comics. I am.
That was my next point too, but go ahead.
I have one last thing. Like I am subscribed to Marvel Unlimited because I try to keep up with Black Panther and stuff. But I buy my Black indie comics and stuff like that. They write amazing stories. Their artwork is great. One of them might go mainstream. One of them is going mainstream. I forget the name of it right now, but it's a pretty big book. And it's damn, I wish I could remember the name. But yeah, so it's possible. And we have talent, we have artists. I know particularly good artists. I have a comic book that I want to write. I found avenues. You know, you go to a Fiverr, you be like, "Yo, I love your art. Could you draw for my comic?" And they'll do it for a certain price. So, that's what it's about. Things like this. If you could start a little following based on whatever, but then say, "Hey, look, I got this album, I got this comic. Could you support it?" Then you can get a following. Otherwise, it's not happening. I don't know why we believe it's gonna happen. Now, what the guy was saying is, I'm busy. My bad. So anyway, so yeah, but what you were saying was right. Yeah, it is a very common story of the underdog overcoming, but realistically, franchises have been built, and the MCU is built off our story. That's the reality.
Can I piggyback off a boycott real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
So he said basically that, you know, in order for, you know, Black indie comics or just Black comics in general to take off, it's going to take a lot of our power and a lot of our doing to accomplish. And I agree with that, you know. It needs to be in the same similar energy as what we did with hip hop, you know, what we did with rap. We altered that culture. We took that power, you know. We were the creators of rock and roll. Let's you know. So for Black comics to actually hit that level and stuff like that, yeah, it's going to take a lot of our power, and that's what we need to realize where we're going, rather than, okay, we need to create our story to tell our thing and stuff like that, you know, because the Japanese has done a good ass job putting their culture out there.
Yep.
Chinese has done a great ass job putting their culture out there, you know. Yep. And I think I mentioned this multiple times enough in our podcast, stuff like that. But there's so many Black stories. It's just waiting for ink to touch paper, waiting, you know. And then after from waiting from ink touching paper, it's waiting to get illustrated. It's waiting to be put in a cinematic, you know, in the cinematic art, you know, what really Black power is Black art, and that's what we need to be able to put out there and stuff, you know. So I mean, boycott, man, he's really on something. That's what we need to do. Is we need to push the agenda. We need to take that volume knob and turn that motherfucker up a little bit more so the motherfuckers can hear us, you know. We got to be loud. We got to be loud in that sense, you know. Okay. That's what I feel. Boycott is real on to something.
Majin, talk to me.
Look, I'm not gonna be too hot on this subject. We've all hit great points, but to sum it up, like I said, you know what I'm saying? What are we allowing? What, you know, they say, what do they allow us? But what are we allowing to be portrayed on the screen? You know,
too much. Too much.
I'm about to get to it. I'm gonna let him finish. Go ahead.
Like, there's certain things that I just won't go see. Like, I didn't go see 12 Years a Slave. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? The one about I forgot the one about. But the one about the lady who created NASA and shit like that, that's cool. I'm good. I don't need to see that. You know what I'm saying? You talking about the magical Neros? Oh yeah, us pacifying white people. I don't need to see that.
Chevalier.
I'm sure they're good, maybe good. They're good portrayals. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a purist, I'm sure things can be put great on screen. But if I don't fucking support it and doesn't have anything for me, I'm not gonna fucking go for it. So
Green Book.
Yeah. So pretty much, I'm just reiterating what y'all are saying. You know, what we are allowing in versus what's being allowed. It's what we are allowing. You know what I'm saying? What do we actually support?
So Vonell, before you get to your point, brother, I'm not trying to cut your wisdom. The only thing that I want to say here is that what we allow, I think there's a disconnect here between what we allow and what we are allowed. I think those are one and the same. At some point in time, the black struggle, right? And I'm not even gonna make it specific to being African American. The black struggle, the story of people who look like us, is so captivating to where it makes people uncomfortable. The only way that our story makes people comfortable is if everybody is included in that story. Charles, you said this over the summertime, dog. You said this early, mid 2023. There isn't anything that we're able to have that doesn't have somebody else's fingerprints attached to it. Right? Prey, for example, that came out last year. That was one of the best movies that came out last year. And all it really was a remake of Predator set in an indigenous setting, right? But it resonated so hard because of the involvement from that culture.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine a Prey film set in Africa. That would be fire, right?
It would.
Why hasn't that happened? Oh, you know why it hasn't happened, right? Oh man, Vonell,
I got you.
Hit that charger, brother. Hit that charger.
I gotta hit that. I knew it, bro.
They trying to shut you up.
Hit that charger, brother.
Technology still got batteries now.
I know his joint go off like the TV.
Cars got batteries now.
I think the biggest issue in all of this, even with a show like Bass Reeves, for example, right? That supposedly is a good TV show. And I'm not trying to knock David Oyelowo because I know he's a good actor, right? But who's the executive producer of that TV show? Taylor Sheridan. Taylor Sheridan is a white dude that executive produced Yellowstone. If Yellowstone wasn't a success, there wouldn't be a Bass Reeves TV show.
Facts.
Why hasn't a Bass Reeves TV show been something that was already in the works however long ago? You see what I'm saying?
Lone Ranger.
Lone Ranger.
Yes,
and you know, go ahead, Vonell.
Man.
Oh, I'm just gonna ask y'all a quick question. Where does Disney, Marvel, DC, where do they get they money from?
Comes us.
Okay.
Nice.
There we go. So the people that control the industry don't have any power unless we give them the power.
Right.
If people really want this stuff and don't like the other stuff, they'll stop trying it out. You know what I'm saying? They'll stop, doing like cold turkey. They'll stop the subscriptions and stuff like that. If they really want some black content, you know what I'm saying? They want some, because we need ownership. Without ownership, we don't have any control, so we can't produce the movies that we need to do. You know what I'm saying? That we want to do. So we can get as creative as we want. We won't have to be like, yo, look, either you create this or I would get somebody else to create it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be on my platform. Like, bro, we can create our own platform. So the only way to get this done is so people to stop Googling, like, yo, give me a black comic book that got slaves in it. Like, yo, you got to type in something else. you got to search for this stuff.
Type in something else.
Yeah, you got to type in something else, man. Like, it's other stuff out there. And then also the thing is, like, all right, let me do this. I'm not trying to do no product placement or nothing, but this is, of course, Delta Dogs, right? We're black at. Like, you know, you don't have any like, yo, this is black content. This is all black Delta dogs. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing up there. But you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, if you see anything on that joint, you gotta share it.